Grand Rising. Family, how are you guys doing this wonderful Monday evening? I'm doing great, doing just fine. Happy to be able to come on and share with you some more informative information and spend some time with my favorite peeps. Hopefully, you guys had a great day today, and I know some of you may be recovering from all of the festivities over the weekend. So I know a couple of people I talked to earlier said that they were resting today. They were taking today as a rest day. And I can definitely understand that. But I wanted to go ahead and take a few moments and come on and share this information with you. Of course, those who have been on my channel for a while know who I am, and as far as the new subscribers, I am Layla Awake. I actually focus on empowerment for our people. That is anything basically that we talk about here, I can always tie it to the benefits for us growing, arising, ascending, and going back into our original place. And so that's basically, in a nutshell, what this channel is about. It's neuromelanated people becoming great again. We've always been great, but understanding and remembering just how great we are, and that's basically what this channel is about. And so, but today I wanted to talk a little bit about a little bit about being free, becoming free, and reclaiming what was already and what is already ours. And I also want to share a few books with you on our ancestry in America, and really powerful reads I want to share with you, and hopefully you guys will find them interesting and maybe go out, do some reviews, and go out and make some purchases. Shout out to my faithful subscriber, Brian Barner, I think. Yeah, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. If not, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, fam, but hopefully Brian Barner, I think is the right pronunciation. I want to give a shout out to you, brother, for being so in touch with me and sharing and giving me some suggestions. Like I said, I am wanting to more and more connect with my family out there, and I appreciate Brian for giving me some suggestions. Also, he mentioned, he referred a YouTuber to me by the name of Catherine Irvin. And I just want you to know, brother, I have checked her out, and she is absolutely amazing. I've looked at a lot of her videos here recently, and I am really adoring Catherine Irvin. So thank you for referring me to her channel. And also, you mentioned you're very passionate about us getting our land back and focusing on that. And I say, I am too. We're gonna have to stay spiritual while we're doing it, though. We're not gonna leave spirituality out of it. So we can still be spiritual and still seek to get our land back. So Brian made some suggestions, and he referred, like I said, Catherine Irvin. And so I appreciate your participation on this channel very, very, very much. Before we really get started, though, I want to ask you guys to take a moment right now and click like on the video and share the video so more and more people can see it. And also click the notification bell if anything I say resonates with you, so that you can continue to get the content. And I appreciate if you can do that for me right now. Take a little pause. And then I'm just going to jump right in. reviewing Catherine Irvin's channel, I learned a lot of information. Her passion is getting our land back. That's a lot of what she talks about, and of course she talks about a lot of other stuff as well. But her baby is reclaiming our land, and she's even she's written a book. I think it's called the Promised Land, if I'm not mistaken. The Promised Land by Catherine Irvin. You can find it on Amazon. I haven't purchased it yet, but it is on my list to purchase. But she talks about taking our land back, and she gives specific instructions, and she's even leading the charge on moving forward in getting our land back. Also, she's out of California, and she mentioned some things about how the city, how they have the system going where they do something like an not necessarily an auction. And I was trying to really understand how she articulated it. Well, they have land when you want to bid on land, that land that's available to bid on, and how they low-key kind of keep it kind of low-key secret. They put it out there, but in a way that people don't really get it, especially our people. And I assume that they're doing this in every city, and she's kind of lit a match to me to start pursuing that in my own hometown and kind of see how that works. But it's all tied to getting your land back, and she is really pushing it really hard. She's out of California, and they just approved a reparations package, and so she's watching that really, really, really close. And you go on her channel, and she'll be keeping us updated on how that's working out over there. And there's a couple of cities she mentioned that are doing that. Also, she mentioned how we're paying rent for our land, and we're actually paying rent to immigrants, to people who are not of this land that have come over here and actually taken over. We're paying rent for what already belongs to us, to people who don't even belong here. And I was just listening to her words, and I just had to shake my head. I'm like, I tell you, some bold folk to show up, a few years ago, and just, the way they've just taken over like this, and how we've just complied, how they used all the tools that they, created to manipulate us to just comply in this evil travesty. But I want you to get to know Catherine Irvin. Just check her out, guys, on YouTube at Catherine Irvin. Also, I want to introduce to you, and I've mentioned this content creator before. She's on Instagram, and just know they give her a hard time. Her name is Sarah. She's at sarah.onelove.onenation. And she is actually, her baby is dissolving the birth certificate, taking our rights back by leaving your straw man that was created at birth. Because we're not, the birth certificates are fictitious. Everything is fictitious. Everything is a lie. So, but Sarah works very hard and very diligent in trying to get the information out to everyone to help. She's helping to get us to be released from our straw man and dissolving the fake birth certificates. So go on Instagram, guys, and find this sister. Again, her name is Sarah, and her channel is at sarah.onelove.onenation. She is absolutely amazing and very thorough, and she don't let up. She reminds me so much of Catherine, where she don't bite her tongue. She tells you what it is, and it is what it is, and she don't apologize for it at all. So shout out to that sister Sarah, and shout out to Catherine Irvin. I will definitely be putting your handles on this channel and giving you your props, because you deserve it. Those are two of our sisters I want you guys to get to know. And so those are the two of the primary things that we're working on is being free, recouping what's ours, and also being free as far as leaving the straw man and reclaiming our sovereignty. So those two things are big right now, guys. So I just wanted to give you that information. And then the next thing I want to do, I want to share some books with you guys. I want to share some amazing reads with you. And I tell you what, I'm in love with my library, guys. Y'all know how much I love books, and I'm so proud of my books because I really dig in and I put in the work. I research, I search, and I really take my the next phase of my life and learning. I really take it really, really, really serious, and so I want to share these books with you guys. Let me pull them up. So I have quite a few, I think about 7. So I'm going to go swiftly because I have 7 of them, and so I'm not going to focus too long on any of them. But the first one I wanted to share with you, and a couple of them I've shared before in other book reviews, but one is America is the True Old World, Volume 1. Actually, it doesn't have a volume, and this is the first one. America is the True Old World, Mu Discovered by Amun-Hotep Shavis El Bey. This is a really, really good book. And I've shared this one before. And America is the True Old World is destined to rewrite the history books due to the topics of the book, if proven correct, because the old world is supposed to be the East and not the West. Remember, they got everything flipped, guys. Whatever they told you that the South is the South, but the South is actually the North. We're finding out that everything is a lie, so everything is flipped in this case. This book reveals the discovery of the lost continent of Mu, Atlantis discovered, the Garden of Eden, and so much more. This book has 40 color illustrations to highlight the beauty of the old world. This book is volume 1, so it's actually volume 1 of a 4-volume book series that covers 12 chapters. So there is more to come. Enjoy. Thank you. So again, that's what it looks like. America is the True Old World, Mu Discovered, Volume 1. And this is by Amun-Hotep Shavis El Bey. So then we have America is the True Old World, Volume 2, The Promised Land, by Amun-Hotep Shavis El Bey. I want to show you what it looks like. Okay, and that's volume 2, and it is the second part to giving you the information on the old world, America. And it kind of gives you the same kind of narrative that the first one does, but it is the second part. And guys, you want to really we're learning now a lot about what they call America. Now we know that's not the real name, but these books are going to help you go back and get the whole truth. So the next one is The Aquarian Guide to Native American Mythology. So if you guys are familiar with who the Native Americans are and the indigenous, then you'll know I don't have to tell you any more on that. So this one here, The Aquarian Guide to Native American Mythology by Paige Bryant. I'll show you what that looks like. And what I would advise you guys to do is to do a review. Go and look into the reviews of these books before you purchase. But all of these books is going to tie into the early Americans, the indigenous of this land right here where I am. And I am in so-called America. So these books will really, really give you a lot of truth, the real truth, as opposed to the lies that they taught us in the Babylon schools. So this one, Scanning the History of the Native Indians of North America from the earliest legends to the present day. The Aquarian Guide to Native American Mythology is a fascinating, easy reference guide to all aspects of American Indian lore. So many of you already know who we are. You know we're indigenous. Many of us, including myself, are indigenous to this land. And we are who they call the Indians. there's so much more to it though, and when you start tying in the Hebrews, you talk about the Indians, the early Americans, and they want us confused about all that. But I'm breaking this thing down. I'm dissecting it, and as I get it where I can articulate it so you guys can understand it, I'm going to bring it to you. So today we're gonna do this part, and there's going to be more to come. So this book, again, is The Aquarian Guide to Native American Mythology. It's a very old book. I had to get it through an old used bookstore to find it. And but it is an amazing history book concerning Native American mythology. Let you take a look at it one more time. So go and pull this book up, guys, and look at the reviews. And check it out, and maybe one you want to put in your library. I surely am blessed to have it in mind. The next one I want to introduce to you is the Mound Builders of Ancient North America. So remember now we're talking about what they call North America, the old America. So the Mound Builders of Ancient North America by E. Barry Kavash. I'll let you take a look at it. This is another amazing history book that will help you tremendously in learning the history of this land. The Mound Builders of Ancient North America. Ancient mound builders created thousands of sacred earth structures all across America. These native Indian cultures flourished for 4,000 years before the first settlers came, creating mysterious giant earthen shapes of birds, bears, snakes, and alligator mounds, along with great conical mounds that held the bones of their leaders and loved ones. E. Barry Kavash, the author, was born in mound builders territory over half a century ago. She is an ethnobotanist, master herbalist, and botanical illustrator. She is currently writing a series of novels for young adults about the mystical prehistoric mound builders based upon scientific research. She now lives in Bridgewater, Connecticut. But this is an amazing book, guys. I haven't read it yet. I've just used it as reference. But she talks about the first Americans, the peopling of North America, the Native American diversity, timeline, native life in the Americas, mound builders compared, all kinds of wonderful history that we've not been privy to for a long time. So celebrations and sacred rites. So this will be one, guys, I would definitely recommend you get this right here if you are trying to get real history, the history that we were not privy to in Babylon schools. The next one, guys, and like I said, I'm going pretty swift because I had so many books, but the next one is Hidden Cities, The Discovery and Loss of Ancient North American Civilization by Roger G. Kennedy. Okay, let you get a good look at this one. Hidden Cities. And it says the world of the first Americans was richer, was greater, more wondrous by far than most of us have ever imagined, or than most histories have ever even implied. The reader will move through this energetic, provocative survey by Roger Kennedy with continuing amazement, a splendid, vivid book. This was written by David McCullough. And this book is going to astound people, it says. It is going to give them a past they have never imagined and challenge them to a future they have forgotten how to dare to dream. It is a work of impeccable, implacable scholarship, but it is even more a work of mystery and redemption. This was written by Michael Zuckerman, the University of Pensacola. So guys, here's another book that will help you get the true history about this land that where I am, North America. Hidden Cities. Okay. The next book is The Lost Continent of Mu. And how many of you know that Mu is another name for this land? The Lost Continent of Mu. Let me let you see what that looks like. This book looks like. A lot of times when you can see the front cover, it'll help you find the book. James Churchward is the author. And in the contents, it says Alpha, the beginning, the lost continent, the land of man's advent on earth, records of the lost continent, the Egyptian sacred volume, Book of the Dead, Mu, the empire of the sun, Age of Mu, civilization, man's first religions, symbols, North America's place among the ancient civilization. There's a lot of hidden information, guys, when it comes to this land. We're going to find out together why this land is so sacred, why North America is so sacred. There's a lot of hidden information concerning and pertaining to this land. And I want you and me to uncover this stuff together. Okay? Because I'm learning so much. I've learned a lot, but I'm still learning constantly a lot of hidden secrets about the land of North America. So this is another book, guys, that I would recommend. I'll let you get a good look at it one more time. The Lost Continent of Mu. And the last book I want to share with you is Before the Mayflower. This one is pretty popular. I've heard about this one down through the years, and I finally went ahead and purchased it. Did a little research and made the purchase. But Before the Mayflower, A History of the Negro in America Between 1619 and 1962 by Lerone Bennett Jr. Let me let you see what it looks like. Before the Mayflower. This is a really popular book. And actually, the title is self-explanatory. But this is one you may want to add to your library. It's going to kind of help you with the early times here in North America, as well as the other reads that I've shared. Let's see. For the Negro Woman, for my grandmother, mother, and wife, Lucy, Alma, and Gloria. It's in the preface. So this is one of those books, guys, and I think it's going to give you some actual stories of some stories of different people from this land early on. Their life story is going to reference those, and just a whole lot of other information, but very amazing. I'm hearing a very amazing read. It's A History of the Negro in America Between 1619 and 1962. So again, Before the Mayflower by Lerone Bennett Jr. So that's 7 books, guys. 7 books that'll get you really give you a really good understanding of what was going on in those early days here on this land. And you can take what I do when I do my little super studies. I'll have all of the books present, as I read and try to connect information. A lot of times when you cite your sources and you connect the sources and see how, one author, the way that they describe what happened and connect it with another book, another author's information, and just, cite all of the, you look at the bibliographies and you can get, find out exactly where they got a lot of those, a lot of that information. And so I just really, sometimes I'll get me a cup of tea and a highlighter and all my books, and I'll just really dig in and get in a zone. And when I get in those zones like that, I can retain more information. So I really enjoy doing my little super studies. But those are the books that I want to share with you concerning, if you really want to find out, what was going on back with our ancestors in the early times here on North American land. Those books will really help you a lot. And so anyway, that's kind of my message. Just wanted to talk about, introduce you to Catherine Irvin, give you an introduction to her name and tell you where to go to find her. And also introduce you to Sarah on Instagram and tell you where to go find her, because with all that's going on right now with us, with the reparation topic, the taking our land back and being free from this straw man that they created at each of our births. That's where we are right now, guys. I'm just, hearing about it in a lot of places that, everybody's talking about that. You have different content creators that are talking about it and giving their spiel and sharing what they know. And so I feel like at some point it's all going to tie together and we're going to start making some big things happen, guys. I just know it. It's going to be divine. It's going to happen. So I appreciate you taking the time to come on and watch this video, because you could have been doing anything else, but you decided to be here with me, and I don't take that lightly. I appreciate it so very much. I'm going to ask you again to like the video. I'm going to ask you to share it, and also click the notification bell so you can continue to get the content. I appreciate you so much, guys. You know I do. I always tell you I love you. You're my people. You will always be in my heart. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum to you. Namaste. Shalom. Ashe. 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 Hug somebody, guys. Keep your chin up. Get some sun. Until next time, have a beautiful evening. Get some rest. And I love you, as I always say. Have a good night. Bye-bye.